Hello, good people. Welcome to our show. Hello, bad people. Welcome to our show. Hello, guys. Welcome. I don't care, good, bad. I even can uh, choose which side I I have. Sometimes I'm bad, sometimes I'm good. It depends. But today we have an interesting topic about TikTok, how you can grow your account, how you can get results, and even more important, how you can get sales with TikTok. I'm so excited to discuss this topic with Wyld. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. And thank you for that beautiful intro. Wow, your team did an amazing job there. I love that.
Yeah. I wanna confess, I never create such videos, but my team is responsible for everything. I only speak. That's it. I have amazing
Mhm.
people, and I think it's better to cooperate with great people who are better than you. Then you can get results. yeah. Wait.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Before we start, just tell more about yourself, experience, background, and why you decided to choose TikTok, not Instagram, YouTube, any other social media. Why TikTok?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hello, everyone. My name is Wyld. That is my real name. And I'm a TikTok marketing and trends expert. So, really, what I do is help business owners grow an audience, nurture that audience, and generate leads and sales through short form video. A little bit about my background. I have a background in content creation. So previous to TikTok, I did personal brand photography and video. So I was creating content. And during that time, I also had a lot of clients who didn't know how to use that content. They were like, well, what do I post on Instagram? So I was doing some personal brand coaching and a little bit of Instagram coaching. And then TikTok, pandemic happened and TikTok came along, and I had a friend who was like, you should really join the app. It's a lot. I think you'll like it. And at the time I was really tired of the whole Instagram curated culture, everything looking so perfect. And I went to TikTok and it was very authentic and real, and people were doing creative things and incorporating the music. And I just fell in love with the app and started posting all kinds of random videos. I didn't know what I was doing. I was trying to figure it all out. And I had a few videos go semi viral, and that's what gets you hooked. That's what gets you hooked on TikTok. One video does well, and you're like, oh, got to make more. And I started sharing that with my audience, and people were asking me a lot of questions about TikTok. And then I had like light bulb moment, and I realized that I could help business owners use TikTok, for their business, just like you would use any other social media marketing tool like Instagram or Facebook. I saw that there, and I saw the need for a personal brand and a way to stand out. So I felt very in alignment, and I just completely pivoted my career and started my TikTok marketing career.
Awesome. Love it. Love it. Yeah. And I love TikTok. Before the podcast, we chatted a little bit. And I don't know how, but TikTok can learn my mind. This social
Yes.
media always shares content that I can't stop watching. and compared to any other social media like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, we need to promote. Even Instagram, YouTube, we need to spend time with promotion. But on TikTok, you need to create attractive engagement videos. Almost,
Hmm.
yeah, you can share, you can invite, but if you have great content, sometimes it's enough. And I spoke with a few TikTok influencers who have plus 2 million followers, and they usually create content. They don't spend time with promotion. um, and once I asked my son to Google information, and what he did, he searched on TikTok. he doesn't care about
Yes.
Google. So yeah,
Yeah.
I think it is the future search engine, especially for youngsters.
Absolutely. That is how Gen Z is using the app, and it has very powerful search features.
Awesome. Wait, I wanna ask about sales. That's cool to have million views. Awesome, I love it. But we need to unite the sales funnel. Most of my clients, audience are looking for ways how to grow sales, how to get more sales, and TikTok is a great place. But if you film videos, I don't know that bring a lot of views, but don't sell. It's not good idea. So tell your tips how to film videos that will bring sales in the end.
Yeah. Exactly. Just because you go viral doesn't mean that you're going to get a lot of sales. So I like to teach TikTok as a funnel. So you make content for the 3 stages. You make content at that top of the funnel to gain visibility, awareness, to grow your audience. You create content to nurture your followers, to connect with them. And then you make specific promotional videos that ask for the sale. And then there's a number of ways that you can make promotional videos as a business owner. And a lot of these times, it's like speaking to pain points in your video. There's all kinds of, here's one thing, there's a copywriting formula, traditional copywriting formulas that really can be applied to short form video as well. So if you are familiar with the PASS framework or the PASO, PASO, speaking to a pain, agitating that pain, offering the solution, and then the outcome, you can do that format in a video, and that will work quite well as well. I see this all the time in TikTok ads. That's one way you can promote. Another way that is really effective in promoting on TikTok is to do it in what we call a POV format. So POV stands for point of view. It's just a way that's like less subtle, less salesy, because, on TikTok, it primarily is seen as an entertainment platform. So people don't want to feel like they're being sold to. You can't typically just show up and be like, hey, here's my really cool product, buy it. Right? You have to be more subtle about it, right? You have to make people care. You have to speak to that pain or that solution, or do that in that POV format where you're kind of speaking to the pain and solution, where it's coming from another person's point of view. So if you have questions about that, or if I've lost you on the POV, let me know.
Awesome. Yeah, love it, love it. I watch your YouTube. I like your energy. I think without energy, it's impossible to go ahead. And it's not like to have skills how to promote on TikTok. It's more about energy, consistency when you go ahead. Can you tell about your discipline? I see when people give up. Most content creators give up fast. For example, podcasters usually record 8 episodes and give up because they can't get results. I have no idea how to get results after 8 episodes. And I remember this great tip from Mr. Beast. He told you need to film 100 bad videos. When you film 100 bad videos, you acquire experience and you can go ahead. Tell about your discipline. How you are consistent in your way without excuses that you can't do it today without and sharing this energy.
Yeah, well, definitely having, and I mean, a lot of people struggle with consistency on TikTok. So definitely having a content plan. That is one of the first things I do when I work with clients, is develop the content strategy and a content plan, so that you know exactly what types of videos you're going to post and when you're going to post them. That will help you stay consistent. And then, for some people, it is a little bit easier than others. I naturally just have a lot of discipline and a lot of ideas, and I'm not willing to give up as easily. So I think, if you struggle with that consistency, you really have to tap in and focus on, what you're passionate about, and that celebrate those wins. And that if one person just watches my video and it impacts them, then it was worth my time, and not get hung up on those vanity metrics, right? We all know we tend to get hung up on like how many views our videos get, how much likes and comments and all those things, but stay focused on your mission.
Awesome. Yeah, I agree. Let me share a short story. Lloyd Richards published a book 11 years ago, and he spent 14 years to write a single book. More than a decade. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I can't imagine how to write a book for 14 years, but he did. Then he spent marketing budget, sales, nothing worked. So random sales, nothing special. Then his daughter posted content on TikTok about this book. this
Yes.
video became viral. Plus
Yeah.
50 million people watched this video, including one view from me, because I want to know how to get 50 million views. And today, this book is bestseller on Amazon. One single video from account
Yes.
with 0 followers beat all marketing and sales methods. I know
Yes.
that it's hard to film
Yeah.
viral video or even think about that. So tell your methods. I still get this question: how to film viral videos. I think it depends. But anyway, if you have any tips about that, reply to this question.
Yeah, I mean, this is why people love TikTok because of those stories about that one video that changed their life. And I remember that story about that author. And this is why people love book talk. However, I think you have to know that that is not the norm, right? That's not going to happen with every single video you post. These are these stories that the media loves to latch onto and to promote. But I think, if you're really trying to make viral content, there's a few things that you can do. The first one is you really need to make people feel something. If people
Mhm.
feel something, they will engage with your content. So that's really number one. They will like it, they will comment it, they will share, they will duet and stitch it, all those things. You have to make people feel something. So and that can be a positive or a negative emotion. Like it could be something where you feel the viewer feels very like heartwarmed and like, oh, that's so amazing, that makes me feel good. Or it could be something negative where it's a polarizing opinion and people are angry in the comments. If you're a business owner, I would go for more of the positive emotions, but there are a lot of people who do play into the negative on TikTok to go viral as well. So that's a big part of it. Storytelling is also extremely powerful on TikTok. So I would tap into stories and really mastering how to tell them. The trends help as well. I built this brand on TikTok as the queen of trend alerts. So tapping into the trends, putting your spin on a trending topic or an actual trending video can be really powerful.
Great. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Uh, I want to ask about your style. When I watch your videos, I can feel that you don't copy others. It's my personal feeling, internal feeling. But I see when content creators copy some influencers, and it's like bad copy. Can you tell how to be yourself? Because I know that being someone else is already taken. But tell your methods, how you are honest with your audience and play yourself, no, not nobody else.
Yeah, well, first of all, if you're a business owner, and this is different from maybe people who are influencers or content creators on TikTok, if you're a business owner, you do want to make a lot of original content because that original content is going to position you as the expert, the authority. It's going to build that trust and credibility. So that comes through in a lot of the educational content. So I do make mostly educational content to establish my authority. The other thing, oh yes, building a brand on TikTok, I think is also really important. When I joined, I quickly realized that you need to stand out, right? You need to stand
Mhm.
out on the For You page. That's how you get people's attention. So, how are you different than other people? What do you have to offer? And how are you going to communicate that? So, I saw back in 2020 these types of trends and patterns that people were doing, and I started sharing that. And I came up with a catchphrase. I wore my little crown that you see here, like this little dollar store crown. I made like a persona out of it, and this helped to grow my account. And people started calling me queen. So I was like, okay, never been called that before, but I'm going to just start owning it. And then I built this brand of the queen of trend alerts. So I
Mhm.
announce the trends, which are essentially content ideas for people, and they like that. So they follow me and they want more of that content. So really helping making yourself stand out in your content is going to help. There's tons of ways to do that, whether it's the intro that you have in your videos, catchphrases, clothing that you wear, the editing style. There's all kinds of ways to make yourself stand out.
Oh, great, great. Let's talk about equipment. Uh, can you recommend how many millions we need to spend to buy all these cameras, light, or anything else to become viral on TikTok?
Yeah, you don't need all that fancy stuff. You just got to have your phone. I make my content on my phone. It is not highly produced. TikTok has that culture of authenticity. Some people do make more highly produced content and they do that to stand out or for whatever reasons, but you don't have to. You don't need to have like expensive lighting setups, rent a creator house and go film there. I film in my office. I have a ring light on now because it's raining and it's a really dark day. But I prefer natural light. So I just stand in front of a window for my videos. I do have a tripod, but I made this viral video ages ago about like, just stick your phone in a shoe if you needed a tripod. Take off your shoe, put your phone in the shoe where your foot goes, and it'll hold up your phone. Like there's ways that you can work around it. So you absolutely just need your phone and the camera.
Awesome. Let's talk about patience. People lose patience, and I remember the story of Mr. Beast. He spent 18 months to get first 1,000 subscribers. It's not like Charlie D'Amelio and many others. So he spent so much time to get the first. PewDiePie he filmed 100 videos to get 285 subscribers. Not a lot. But these guys didn't lose patience. Can you tell how to be patient with TikTok? Because sometimes it doesn't work. And it takes time to acquire experience, to improve the quality, to find ideas, but just believe that in the end you will get results. And for example, my son films videos, and sometimes he can leave it. Oh, nobody likes my videos. I can't get views. What's going on? I don't need the social media, but still watching other content. So tell your tips how to be patient on this way.
I see this all the time with my students, but instead of like thinking about it as patience, I think of it more as mindset. Mindset is key to success in everything in life. And so it's a way that you have to think about it. So if oh gosh, now I'm having a bit of a brain freeze, but your mindset, you want to, okay, I'm going to come back to that. I don't know why I'm freezing up on mindset, but
I mean, like
I need more coffee.
Yeah,
I think I need more coffee.
I mean, like for example, if someone films videos 3 months, 6 months to get random likes, comments, a few hundred views, nothing special. Yeah, how to believe that I need to keep going,
Yeah, I think you really have to work at not attaching to the metrics so much.
Yeah,
awesome. A lot of times I post a video and I put it out there and I just put it out into the universe. It's going to do whatever it does, and I'm not attaching to the metrics. If it doesn't perform the way that I would like or I would desire, look at that as a learning opportunity. Why did that not work? Was it the length of my video? Was it too long? Was it too short? Was I not clear in what I was trying to say and people didn't get it? What was it exactly about? Was it too boring? Did I show up with like low energy in the video and people were being able to sense that? Like, look at the analytics of the video. How long were people watching it? Was it something you said, like, where did that watch time drop off? Was it something you said that made people stop watching? So just look at it that way as a learning opportunity. And I know that's really hard, and that is a skill that takes time to develop. So that is the advice. I know I had a brain freeze, but that is exactly the advice I wanted to give and how I talk about it with my students.
Awesome. Can you tell about the hook in the intro? sometimes I can watch TikTok videos like this, to
Mhm.
move a lot with my finger. So it depends, but it's important to give a hook. It's the same on email. It's the same with any content.
Yes.
If you don't give hook, people bounce fast. So tell your
Yeah.
methods how to hook in the beginning.
Yeah. I always say that the hook is the number one way to get more views on TikTok because you got to get people to stop scrolling in the
Yeah.
first place. So I break down hooks. There's like five different types of hooks. That's the way I look at it and I teach it. Now, the most common type of hook, and especially for business owners and educational content, is what I call a title hook. And a title hook is very similar to the title of a YouTube channel, right? So the two things in that hook is that you want it to grab attention, but you also need to say something regarding what the video is about. So there's some context because people need to know, like, what, 3 mistakes you're making in your TikTok bio. So I'm using that word mistake to get to your attention because nobody wants to make a mistake. And then I'm also telling you what the video is about. So people who want to improve their TikTok bio are going to watch that video, right? So that is an example of the title hook. Those are very popular on TikTok. They are mostly used in educational videos, sometimes inspirational content, and they're great for business owners. So that's the main hook I would recommend that you focus on. And even if you start scrolling on TikTok, you might start seeing more people using this style of hook and start picking it out and picking out like what words they are using, because essentially it is all copywriting. It really is. It's copywriting. It's just in using it in a video format.
Yeah, great. Wave, I wanna ask about any tips for busy people like me. For example, I have many things to do, a lot of things, and these things bring good money, really good money. But I wanna extend my marketing channels with TikTok, and I know it's important to focus. When you focus 100% of your time, you can get great results. But I need to handle many other things that bring results. It's not only about me. My clients are on the same boat. They need to develop, innovate products. They need to handle many things, SEO, paid marketing, but they wanna jump on TikTok to extend content. Can you give tips? I mean, like, how much time to spend, how long to be there, how to be consistent for busy people.
Hmm. I know that a lot of creators batch content. That can be really helpful where, you take some time in your schedule, a few hours, and you knock out a bunch of videos, save them into your draft so that you can post them later. That might work for you. But you can also think about there are really, really fast ways to make video content on TikTok. One of the features I love most is the feature where you can reply to a comment with a video. So someone comments, you hit the little button, it pops up into the app video editor. You record that video. That can take you a few minutes to make. So those are really fast ways to make videos. Also, the duets and the stitches are really fast. And the trends, the POV trends that are only 5 seconds long, can be really fast. I personally probably never spend more than 10 minutes filming and editing a video. So I know that, once you become more experienced, it becomes a lot faster. But if you're new, you might want to focus on some of those fast ways to make video.
Mhm. Let's talk about monetization. I see when content creators try to monetize like from the first day. It's not a good idea when you
Yeah.
have no loyal audience, when you can't get many views. It's better to procrastinate. Can you tell when it's the right time will come? So how to feel it? That okay, I have enough to monetize and get I don't know, money from my content?
Yeah, I think, this is why you should focus on building community. I am so big on this on TikTok. But once you have built community, it is going to be so much easier to sell because you know that you already have these loyal, raving fans. So, some signs that you have built community on your page are things like you see the same people commenting over and over again, you have the same followers, you go live and the same people are showing up. You see that they share your content with other people. They talk about you on other platforms. They recommend you to other people. Those are all signs that you've built some community, and then it's going to be a lot easier to sell, and people are more likely to purchase whatever it is that you're selling.
Mm-hmm. Uh, I watch a bunch of your videos. I like your emotions, and uh, I want to ask how. I mean, like, how it's important to be yourself, even if you can look stupid. I mean, like, stupid for someone, but how don't care about haters, opinions that you are adult, you're a business owner, but you want to be yourself, to play like a kid. So, can you provide any tips? I mean, like, how to don't think about haters that you can look stupid. I don't know.
Yeah. How to be
I
your
don't say that you look stupid. I don't say it. I mean, like, how to
well.
be yourself if you wanna look like fool.
I think, well, one thing about the culture on TikTok is that, there is a lot of silliness going on. There's a lot of
Mhm.
memes, there's a lot of joking, especially with the younger generation. And I think, if you're going to be on that platform, you can't take yourself too seriously. And when you make content where you do show off maybe a little bit more of a silly, joking side, uh,
Yeah.
people are going to resonate with it because you appear more human, if unless you're trying to be like professional and posed in every video. So yeah, I also say that you want to be yourself, but when it comes to video, you also have to amp up the energy a little bit. If I was talking, if we were just having dinner and talking, right now, I would be talking a lot different, right? I wouldn't be talking like this. I'm on camera right now. I'm a little bit
Yeah.
more animated. I talk with my hands a lot. I'm moving a little bit. But if we were just casually eating dinner and there's no camera on us, like just having a conversation, that's going to be a lot different. So I do always say when you're on video, tap into your passion, because when you talk about your passion or you're feeling that, it's going to come through on the video screen as well. So I hope that's helpful.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. Wait. Uh, can you list challenges that someone can meet in the beginning of filming TikTok videos? Because I have many big companies, and most of them think about creating short video content. It's going well for their competitors, so they think about that. So, can you tell challenges that can stop you, but or how to prepare to these challenges?
So the challenges of creating a TikTok
Yeah.
account and posting
No, no, not
content.
creating. I mean, like filming, creating TikTok account. It's
Filming. Well,
yeah.
for sure, people getting stuck in their head and overthinking it and comparing themselves to others, that's all mindset stuff. So again, all of that mindset stuff, you being able to cultivate, that mindset practice and having that internal confidence in yourself is going to help. One of the challenges I see with larger businesses or brands is finding people to make the content. So I've talked to a lot of companies who, they want to get on TikTok, but they like, who's going to make the content? You need to designate someone. Like if you have a social media manager, that they are responsible for the TikTok account, they are creating the content. Otherwise, if you don't have that, you need to like either outsource it to an agency or you need to find more UGC content. UGC is huge on social right now. There's all kinds of people offering UGC services. I've made UGC myself. So a lot of companies are looking for creators to make videos for their social. right? So that is a challenge as well. I think, a lot of the other challenges, if you're not experienced with short form video, is just knowing how to create it, like what to say and what to do and all those things. And really, essentially, what I do at the core of my business is I teach people how to communicate a message or an idea through video. So short form video is still fairly new. But in the very beginning, like 2020, we were all kind of figuring out how to do that. But now it's become clear that after a few years, there are different, what I call video formats. So these are ways that you can communicate information, such as a talking head video. Talking head videos, very, very popular on TikTok. I'm doing a talking head right now, just talking to the camera, delivering information. That's a video format. You have the get ready with me style, putting on makeup while you're talking. That's another video format. You have ASMR. There's so many different ways that you can use video. You have the lip syncing with text on screen, like the POV trends. That's another way to communicate. So those are pretty much the main challenges I find with people who are new. They just don't understand how to communicate their idea or what they want to say through video.
Oh, awesome. Great, great. Wave, I found when people share valuable insights like you, they usually acquire experience for a long time. And for example, I think when you acquire experience, you need to make a lot of mistakes. I made a lot
Yes.
of mistakes. I keep
Yeah.
doing them, some of them terrible mistakes, but I don't know another way how to learn because
That is so
everyone
true.
everyone starts
Yeah.
from best practices, how to become successful,
Yeah.
but it takes time to get like
Yeah.
you 300 uh, over 300,000 followers, a lot. So
Yeah.
tell about your mistakes that you can list with us that can help others to avoid them.
Yeah. With video, like mistakes related to video, do you mean?
To TikTok, TikTok. I mean, like,
Yeah.
let me
Oh
remember.
gosh. So I just want to say one thing. There's actually this feature on TikTok called On This Day, and it's kind of like Facebook memories, right? So it will pick something up from like 2 years ago or whatnot, and it'll show you and you can repost it. So I keep, you get one every day. So every day I open up the app and I see this like on this day from 2020 or 2021. And I look at these videos and I'm like, oh my God, this is so cringe because, right? Back then I was making videos differently to the way you are now. So yes, it does take time and it does take practice. So that is okay. That's okay. Maybe some of my other mistakes. One of the first things I did on TikTok, so this was something I did to kind of avoid mistakes. I will share some mistakes, but I really just consumed content when I started, but I consumed it very mindfully. So when I watched videos, I was looking as a marketer, I was looking like, how are they communicating this message? What are they saying? How long is the video? What are people saying in the comments? How are they getting engagement? What was that hook? What hashtags are they using? So I was analyzing all these videos to determine what works, what doesn't work. And that also really got me thinking, the creative juices flowing, and thinking like, how can I do this for myself? How can I show up and communicate information? And what is that going to look like? So that was very, very helpful. Some common mistakes I see, and I did this in the beginning too, is in your talking head videos on TikTok, is you show up, you make a video, and you talk in one clip for 45 seconds or a minute. People do not have that attention span. It is very fast paced on TikTok. So if you are making a talking head video, I recommend you chop it up, like you film it in multiple segments, or in editing, you chop it up. So it's not just one long clip of you kind of rambling on and on and on. I script all my videos. I teach my students to script so that you can look at what you are trying to communicate and be sure that it really makes sense, that it's concise, because essentially, like when you're making educational content, these are bite-sized nuggets of knowledge. You want people to be able to watch it, to to absorb that information, digest it, and understand it, because when they do, that will be valuable to them, and then they're highly likely to follow. I could go on, but
Yeah,
that was
got
just
it.
one of the big things I see with new people. Also, just the really long pauses, especially at the beginning of your video. People edit your videos.
Mhm.
They pause like for 2 seconds and then they start talking. Like you've already lost people scrolling. Like you've already lost them
Yeah.
if it's taking you 1 second or 2 seconds of silence before you start talking.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, great tips. Uh, I want to ask about faceless videos because I open your account.
Mm,
You always show your face.
yeah.
I love it. You are so energetic. But I have clients, companies that don't want to
Hmm.
show their faces because of shy many things, so give tips for these companies. Is it good idea to start TikTok? Do they need to hire actors, I don't know, someone who will show the face, or
Yeah.
they can film faceless content?
Yeah, I think it can be a little bit more challenging when you don't have that face or that human to connect with. At the core, TikTok is a personality based app. People connect with other people. So if you're a business owner, I highly recommend you show up in your videos, show your face, show your personality, because you need people to connect with you in order to sell your products or services, whether that's you're a small business making something, or again you offer a service. There are ways to get around that. Again, there's video formats for that. I have named them Mext rolls. So they're like B-roll with music. You see these a lot on Instagram. B-roll with music and text on screen. So what's really common, probably like the most overused style, is someone will film themselves walking with just the camera looking at the feet.
Mhm.
And then they put music, trending music, and then text on screen. And then that's the video, right? That's the
Yeah.
video. So that's one way, if you don't feel like showing up, that you can get around it and use that style of video, whether that message is educational or inspirational, whatever you want it to be. But that is a very popular format. There's also other things like the CapCut templates, super popular. They don't require you to show up all the time. And then if it's more related to a larger business or brand, that's again where they're tapping into UGC content. But I do highly recommend you have someone to identify with. Even if you go look at like a company like Lululemon, they have the same three people. It's a combination of three people who show up and make video content. So obviously there's three people in whatever marketing department who are responsible for creating content on that page. So, it doesn't always have to be just one person. It can be a few people, but I would try to keep that, as consistent as possible so that people connect and recognize them.
Okay, guys, if you don't want to show your face, you need to show your legs. Remember? Yeah.
Your feet walking. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, you mentioned many times about your students that you can teach others how to
Mhm.
grow on TikTok, how to get results. From my experience, when you teach someone, people can memorize 80% of new skills. And
Mhm.
many courses are related to learning, not practicing. Without practice, I'm not sure you can
Yeah.
get any results. So tell about your methods, how you transfer data to your students, and how you tell them you need to act to practice to get results.
Well, for one thing, you do have to implement. If you're not implementing, you're not making any of the videos. A large part of what I teach is,
Mhm.
how to create content. So, uh, if you're not making videos, then and not at least even trying, then yeah, you're not going to have success. So, most people are implementing because they want to make the videos and they want to be successful. And as long as they have the guidelines. So the way I teach is very logical. I break things down step by step, and I show a lot of examples. So I think that can be really helpful for people and help them implement.
Nice. And I have my final question about the future. I wanna
Mhm.
ask you, take your crystal ball and let us know what kind of future will be in TikTok, because technologies are growing fast. Many things are
Yeah.
coming. Probably augmented reality will come when
Oh,
Apple
yes.
will launch this headset. So we'll see. I don't know how it looks, but yeah, the
Yeah.
future is unpredictable. But your tips, how to adapt to this
Yeah.
possible future?
I also wanted to say that, the AI avatars, I see them on TikTok. And that is one way to get around, not showing your face as well. But
Mhm.
I'm not seeing a lot of people resonate with them. I think there's still going to be some time. Maybe the avatars just have to get a little bit better. I've made my own avatar as well. I haven't started using it but when they get better and better and more realistic, maybe people will be more responsive to them. But as for the future, that kind of coming into the future of TikTok, I see also a really big push for e-commerce. So we see that right now in the US with TikTok Shop. They are pushing that really, really hard, encouraging businesses to use TikTok Shop as well as creators to create their own TikTok Shop and promote other people's products for a commission. So they are really pushing e-commerce and live streaming as well. Very, very big part of TikTok, the live streaming. And that's a great way for business owners to build that community and sell. So definitely should not be ignored. But I see that's something they're pushing and getting more into in the future.
Awesome, awesome. Love it, Wave. It's a big pleasure to get on my show. I love it. So valuable.
Thank
Guys,
you.
I recommend to anyone to follow Wave on TikTok and keep
Yes.
learning. Tell the best way how to connect with you, how to reach out to you, how to follow you.
Yeah, so I talked a lot about the video formats, and if you want to know more about that, I have a free guide. It's in the profile of all my social media, so you can follow me on TikTok at Wyld, Instagram at Wyld, and you can find that 9 short form video formats guide in there. Unless you want to also include the link somewhere, we can do that. So that's one great way to get started. So follow me there. And then also my website is just my name, wavewyld.com. You can check out all I have to offer there.
Awesome, awesome. Love it. Guys, you need to follow Wave on TikTok. You need to learn from this guide. But remember, learn and practice. Act. Without
Yes.
practice, you can't achieve anything. And we have short memory. People forget for important information for a few days. I can forget for a few hours. Just let me know. I will forget. But if you make notes and practice, you can get great results. Okay, guys, love you. See you.